my name is Georgia. You saying hello? And this is Olivia. Today we're going to make some Christmas cookies, aren't we? We thought, why not get into the Christmas spirit and just bake some yummy cookies. Come along with us and see how they're made. Here is all the ingredients you will need to bake your cookies. You will also need some lovely Christmas cutters or just anything that you can find. Don't worry if you don't have Christmas cutters like mine, you can just use any cutter really. But I just thought kind of like, you might as well get in the Christmas spirit if you've got some Christmas cutters. Like, look how cute the Christmas tree is. I love it. This was actually from Morrison's. Yeah, Morrison's. I got this from Morrison's today and it literally is so... I just fell in love with it. But yeah, you can just use normal cutters if you want. So basically, like I was saying, we're going to preheat our oven to 180 degrees Celsius. First, we're going to mix some sugar. And then we're going to also add some butter in our bowl. Make sure that your butter is slightly softened, so it's like easier to mix really. Add all the butter in. Yeah, and then you're just going to let it mix around until it's all combined and smooth. Should now end up with a light consistency, so it should be a lot lighter in colour. As you can see from the clip before, it's definitely a lot lighter and it looks almost a bit fluffy. Really curious, was anyone else one of those as a child you would like, once like the sugar and like the butter was combined like this, would eat it? Hands up, I was one of them. Don't know why, just thought it was yummy. Maybe say in the comments if you were one of those children, because I definitely was. We can't get the puddle. Oh, I think get butter on like my new jumper as well, which maybe when you're baking don't wear a white jumper like me, because what's in there? Is it butter? Sugar. Now you've got your really light consistency. We're now going to add 1 egg and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. But for some reason I just always add up a little extra more. Like, I never really it's bad, but I never really weigh vanilla extract out. I just kind of like eyeball it, and then I always add that little extra bit more. So I just think, like, you know, why not? But yeah, so now I'm going to crack an egg. You just need 1. Now we're just going to mix this all up so it's all combined again really. So same as before. Does anyone else like really struggle to like open these things? Oh, okay. How many of these do they want to put on here? From the sticker is like stuck to the spoon. How am I meant to cut this off? It's like there's no room to cut it off with. Oh, I'm really worried I'm gonna like break the spatula. Ah, got it. Right, so now we're going to use our spatula and stir. Just going to take it out of the mixer. Or if you don't have one of these, like your normal hand mixer is fine. But yeah, so you're just going to go around the edge of the thing and just kind of make sure everything's all nice and like combined together. So, because sometimes you can get like lumps of sugar stuck on the side. So just make sure it's all all combined. One on my top. Oh my goodness, right. Thank you. Does anyone else's child, they grab their broom and then they walk around and play with it? Please let me know in the comments, because like it's all the time. It's like her new favourite toy is my broom that I used to sweep. Yeah, let me know, because she just loves it. Right, so as I was stirring the butter and stuff, Olivia is just playing in the kitchen. She, as again, like I said, she loves my flamingo broom. Don't really know why. Oh. She'll just walk around and carry it. Yeah, you like the broom. Whoop. There you go. Oh, bye. See you later. We're now going to add our flour, baking powder and salt to our mixture. So my flour is just in 2 separate bowls because I couldn't fit all the amount in my bowl, because my bowls are quite small. So yeah. So this is all just plain flour. Then you're going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, but I might just do half a teaspoon, just because I don't know if anyone else. Smoky. I don't know if anyone else has done this, but I once have added way too much baking powder in a recipe, and then you could just taste the baking powder when it was cooked. It wasn't the nicest tasting thing. So yeah, I always add slightly less, just because of that experience really. So I'm going to do about half a teaspoon. Add some salt. I'm assuming it is like normal salt, but I haven't got any of that, so you might have a slight crunch, but it's a biscuit. You put your mixture back in your bowl to mix, but I'm going to quickly just go around with a spatula and just do a slight, perhaps not get it all over yourself, okay? Going backwards away. So is it just me, or does anyone else like not like greaseproof paper? It's gonna look like in this video I'm moaning about a lot of things, but I'm actually not. They should make some sort of trays that you get, or do you get non-stick trays? I don't know, but yeah, they should just invent something that helps for cooking. Yeah, so you're just going to line your baking tray and I'll show you when that's done. Yeah, and I are now going to get the dough out, aren't we? You say yes? Alright, you hold the paper then. What's that? Paper? Is it there? My baking tray has fallen off. So, like I said, we're going to get the dough out. Where's that spatula? You going to help? Into dough. And do some mixing. Go! Olivia, have a go. Put it in. Yay! Good job! Are we finished now? Yay! So I'm just going to make sure everything's... Can we not put your hands in? It's funny. So I'm just going to make sure everything's all combined, isn't it? And I'm going to sip it out on the surface. So I've just done this off camera because it's a little bit easier. What you need to do is get some flour on your surface. Whoop! And we're going to roll it all out. So we're going to get our dough. I would make sure you have like your sleeves rolled up and stuff, just because you don't get loads of dough like on clothes or nice clothes. So yeah, we're just gonna quickly knead it out a little bit, even though it's not really bread, but we're just gonna have a feel. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split it into 3, so it's a little bit easier to roll out. So I'm gonna get one section. I'm gonna kind of put it in almost like a circle shape, kind of like this. Yeah, and then we're just gonna get our rolling pin and roll it out. I've got my rolling pin and we're gonna roll it out, so it's kind of like the thickness of a pound coin. I'm going to turn it slightly this way so we get more of this. So Olivia's going to help me, aren't you? And she's going to help pick what cutters we're going to use. Which one are you going to pick? Which one? Not even interested. You want food? We'll get food in a second. Which one should we pick? Christmas tree? Snowman? Another Christmas tree? And Santa? Tree? Oh, look at you! So Olivia's picked the trees. We're going to use... Oh, you want Santa now, do you? This is a life of 1-year-old. Many split decisions. Right, which one? Should we use both? Yeah? Right, we're going to use both to start with, and then we'll come back. Right, you're going to put one on. Choose a tree first. Ready? Mommy's going to go push. I'm going to put it on our baking tray. So we're going to put it... Oh, Olivia, careful. Yeah, we're going to put it on your baking tray. Just going to repeat this step many, many, many times until you've got no cookie dough left. So now we're going to use our Santa one. You want to push it? Ready? Push! Yay! We'll use a spatula to lift it up in a second. You're going to get the... Yay! So it turns out I don't have a spatula. So I'm just going to use a knife instead. And then I wouldn't put them... Sorry, Olivia put her finger in that one. So just don't put them too close together on the baking tray, because otherwise they'll kind of like mush together. So like they'll like be all combined, really, basically. This is so hard to do. Ooh. And talk at the same time. The cookies. We ended up actually getting quite a lot out of the recipe, which I'm really surprised. Not amazing, but you know, when you have a 1-year-old like putting their fingers and cutting up the cutters, you know, like it's a bit hard, but overall I think we did a pretty good job. What are you doing? I just came back out from the kitchen and I found her playing in her ball pit. Well, we're just waiting for the cookies to cook, but yeah, she loves it in there, don't you? Oh. Wow. So I just took my biscuits out of the oven. So they only really took about, I think it was about between 10 to 20 minutes, not very long at all. Obviously you can see that this one was the one on the top shelf and this one was on the bottom shelf. I kind of forgot to rotate them, and as well I was playing with Olivia, so they are slightly a bit more crispy. So these ones I'd say are going to be a bit more crispy than these ones, but you know, put some icing on and it'll all be good. So yeah, just leave them on the oven to cool and we'll see you when we're going to ice them. So it's a little while later. I am just about to make my icing for my cookies. So I've left my cookies to cool for about over an hour just to make sure that they're really cold for when you put the icing on. So obviously if you put the icing on when they're hot, the icing will just like melt down. We don't want to do that. So I've literally just weighed out, well, I didn't even weigh, I just put icing sugar and water in a bowl. I'm just going to give it a mix because I want to try and make like a royal icing really. So if you want, you could add food colouring, have different colours. I know I've got a blue food colouring, so I may end up having some blue ones, but generally I just quite like having white icing on cake. I think I just quite like the colour white. So you also want it quite thick and not really too runny, just because otherwise if it's too runny it will just run off the sides. So I'm going to add a little bit more icing sugar, I think, to this to try and make it a little bit more runny. So yeah, and then we're going to ice our cookies. So I'm literally going to get one of my cookies. I've got a little centre one. I'm going to get a knife and I'm literally going to just spread the icing all over the cookie. You could use different like decorations, so you could have sprinkles, you could have those chocolate buttons. So I've just done this trick where I just dumped the top in the icing and it's actually just covered one of my cookies really well. So I'm just going to show you really quickly because it's actually done a really good job, and I think it's actually done a better job than the knife, and it might be a bit quicker. So get your bowl, get your cookie, literally just go splat on top, lift it up, let it drain like the excess off, and then what you can do if you want, you could smoothen it out a little bit. Look how much icing has like gotten onto them. Like, so the trees are the ones I've dunked and then the sand is the one that I iced with a knife, but I actually think that's pretty good. I'm guessing you could either really do it either two ways really. I think personally I'm just going to dunk. It's a little bit quicker. So this is how my cookies turned out in the end by dipping them. They ended up actually coming out quite well. So now I'm just going to add a few of these sprinkles onto them. So I don't know if you can tell, I added some sprinkles on a few of them, but it hasn't gone down very well. Basically the icing's dried very quickly, so instead of the sprinkles like soaping into the icing's gone quite stiff, or is gonna go stiff, so they're not really sticking onto the cookie very well. So you know what, we're just gonna have lovely plain white cookies. So that is how we make Christmas cookies. Olivia is actually having her tea right now, so she can't say goodbye, but maybe she will soon. But I just want to say thank you all very much for watching. I've really enjoyed making this video. Please give it a like and please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. But I've had lots of fun, and please comment what other videos you'd like to see, what other content you would like to see. But yeah, I've had lots of fun making this, and I really hope you enjoy. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!